the biggest building, the Shinra Manor, which is basically because they would hire it to Shinra or something like that, or the whole company owns the whole building or whatever, you know. Because it's basically used as the lab building. Actually, it wasn't used by Hojo first, it was actually used, I believe, by Professor Gast as well, basically. It looks like a really, really nice place though, by the way, even like before it became, you know, infested with monster, but they still have like the music. Or they don't have that music yet, of course. Of course, you can't find a note here yet. But there are some interesting things here, of course. There's the piano. If I remember correctly, there is something you can play here, but I forgot what it was. You can of course try and play the other song, but the thing is, the same buttons doesn't work. But I believe there is a way to play something that sounds similar to it. I don't know if there is something special you could play on that or not, you know, but yeah. And of course, to get into that ballroom room, which is, you know, which is important to know, then you just go in here basically. Which is going to be important when you actually get to the place itself, you know. And of course, if I remember correctly, you can already see the safe being here. This is where the enemy launcher would be. And the safe is already, but you can of course not open it now. There's no sign of separate, but I saw him go into this room. And here's where you will get one of the clues around here somewhere. And of course, in here you find another treasure chest. You know, yeah. And it's funny here how it's basically like, oh, here is a complete hole basically. Here you're standing on the air. Yeah, it's a bit, you know, weird like that, you know. It kind of almost looks like a castle tower here, kinda. Almost, you know, like, yeah. It looks very, very... It's like a catacomb because it's like skulls and stuff, you know. And you can, of course, when you look in here now, there's no coffin in there, you know. Because that hasn't taken place yet. Blah, blah. These are glowing now, but you cannot read anything about them yet. And of course you can check in here, but you cannot read none of the books yet. They basically consumed all the information in the books, you know. Of course, the evil music starts. And I believe if you exit now, until we know that there's no danger. Majerus has some faith, like he kinda figured that Separate would do something, you know. It's very interesting. I wonder if they at some point maybe had him planned to maybe be like a character. It would be interesting to see, maybe they would kinda use like guest characters, you know, kinda like, you know, like you could technically say that Final Fantasy 15 used guest characters, you know, that come with the party. You sometimes mention hidden steps. They actually didn't, this room, I believe, if you pause in the PlayStation version, they don't call it anything special, if I remember correctly, but yeah. This is interesting. believe this doesn't, yeah, that doesn't change, yeah. Ha 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 ha. And of course then they change the music into the other one. They basically only have the background part of the music right now. And then when he leaves, and now it kicks up. Because it gets empty. Doomsday music. And I believe you cannot read. No, you cannot. You don't actually get to read until you actually get to that place. The interesting thing is, of course, you can see the bookshelves here. You can kind of see the outline for it, which is quite interesting. And of course, when you check here, for example, you can see that Cloud actually has a proper mouth and not the whole thing that became like something weird, which actually does happen even in the original PlayStation version. It kind of happens if you play it on like if you play the PlayStation 3 version of Final Fantasy VII, the one that were actually from that, you know. But yeah, it's really good that they fixed the whole mouth thing, because that whole thing with the whole black open mouth, like oh, this was weird, you know. So. And there were no fire everywhere. He just cast Fire 3. But you know, if it were a single target spell, it should only hit one thing, so you know, he should have fire on. But maybe that would be helping spoilers. And of course, the character that's out here, this character right here, is Cloud actually. But he got knocked out basically. But I believe the thing that got him out of the house was probably his mom or something like that. But the thing is, it's weird that he said how it was like how his mother died a few days later, because what Cloud literally means with that is that his mother died in the fire, basically. It's kind of what he means, basically. So basically they must have been here for 5 days then, basically. Or did he say it was 5 days later? Or did he say a few days later? Whatever it is, and say an exact time frame. And Sephiroth of course had shoulder pads. And then he walks away in the fire. And because Sephiroth has weird stats to him that allow him to take 0 damage from certain things. Like the thing, even when your defense reaches that value, you don't ever kind of take 0 damage from something unless it counts as being invalid or whatever. But yeah. And that is something that happens because of you having the speed increase on. Because that music is not supposed to be in the reactor. And that is something that happens just because of the increase in speed. Even though I didn't have on the increase in speed when we entered, that increase in speed, just having that on before you go and get the fire scene, before you get that fire scene, that kind of speeds up the music, so it gets a bit weird, you know. And then she gets angry and takes the Master Immune. Why didn't she hand the Master Immune to Cloud? The thing I don't get is why, like, she has trained, you know, how to punch and stuff there, but she has no, like, skill with a sword. Like, why didn't she just try to punch Sephiroth, even though it probably wouldn't have done anything? And then it's super mega loud music. And of course Sephiroth is the one who managed to get, you know, out of here, of course, and then Sinra manages to find it after he managed to somehow throw Jenova, or Sephiroth and Jenova, into the thing. And of course the Sephiroth that we think we are following is actually just Jenova itself, who takes the form of Sephiroth. But that's quite interesting, because when you see Jenova here, you can actually see that Jenova kind of has like a human face to it, as well at the top part, but the rest of the body is like alien. kind of weird. Or it's like a human face there at the top, you know. Made in China. So it looks like on the top there that it says like blah blah blah, you know. Run, fight battle. I don't remember what happened to Sephiroth. In terms of skill, I couldn't have killed him. Official records state Sephiroth is dead. I read it in the newspaper. Sindra Inc. owns the newspaper, so you can't rely on that. Fake news, really? I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me? I'm alive too. A lot of this doesn't make sense. What about Genova? It was in the similar building, right? Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar. Did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building. Sephiroth? Damn, none of this makes sense. I'm going. And I'm leaving the ticket too. Alright, Pellemin, let's get a move on. And then take wait a second if you want to get the right amount of points with Barret, or if you want to get just as a list. You cannot get negative points here, but you can get very little positive points if you take wait a sec. Cloud, what's wrong? You're just gonna stand there or Sephiroth heads for the promised land? I ain't letting Sephiroth or Shinra get to no promised land. If they do, then we're all screwed. You know what I'm saying? And Beautiful gives you a shit ton of points with Barret, but is that all gives you less points? It just gives you like one positive point, or maybe it even gives negative points. Oh brother. Fine, that's good enough. Oh brother. Oh brother. Cloud? How bad was it after Sephiroth stabbed me? I thought you looked stupid. I were happy. Dot. The ancient scepter, you know, was separate from ourselves. Let's go. Barret's waiting. What a fascinating story. And of course, normally you would have to go up here and you would have to do this thing, you know, and stuff that afterwards, you know. And that's kind of this whole thing with how they have like these corners here. No, nah, you're sticking, so you couldn't loot those things. There is actually in Cosmic Canyon where you actually can get to loot one of those things, you know. Oh Cloud, let me give you this. PHS. Oh no! Oh, some kind of for the first time you saw this, you know, some kind of disease. PHS. Send me party members. Because it's a cell phone. And then they show you do that up in a different color. Blah blah blah. 20 gig a night. And of course now you have access to PHS, which is pretty good. And of course you can equip Cannonball if you want to, but Cannonball is of course used not a long range weapon. Not much well, so Barret kind of gets 2 melee weapons in a row, like first 2 long range weapons, or I mean the thing he starts with, and then he gets 2 melee weapons after that. Of course you can have 2 sword pendants now. And now we finally get to be calm. This is very nice. And of course the first thing we want to do here is now we want to change, so we have Tifa with us. Because we want to equip her with the Grand Keynote. And then probably equip her with Star Pendant. Yes. Of course we definitely want to get her her limit break thing. And of course Barret, and I believe you don't get any positive points from having Tifa with you right now, if I remember correctly. So we're probably gonna spend points. Should I? I mean, we still need a limit break with with him because we didn't get it right. He still has, what do you call it? He still has, oh, he did get Stardust, sorry. So he only needs she only needs kills, but I should probably go with Eric because Eric is pretty low still. Get Eric's level up. Eric needs Sleep Break, right? Yes, she does. Which means we should Fury her up. Probably put her in back row. So I should probably get close on Tifa first though, so Tifa's gonna have enemy skill. Claudia gonna have all materia. Along with Restore.